hands-on portion. We're lucky enough today to have Kathy Kreitz with us. Kathy, who are you, friend?
I'm an assistive technology consultant for the Leeward District.
And that's your honest title, assistive
so.
technology consultant. This is the first assistive technology consultant I have met. I'm envious. Yeah. Now, you've been interested in augmentative communication ever since I've known you for the last 5 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are you interested in this topic? Why is it important?
Well, I just think it's important that children who are either nonverbal or who have limited verbal skills are able to communicate. And whether it's using sign language or an augmentative or a dedicated system or a computer, just giving them that opportunity, I just think it's great.
And when you were watching Lamar on the video, did you see a young man with a lot of communication in him?
Oh, definitely. And I think it's great that Jerry, the teacher, is using a lot of different modes. She's teaching him sign language. She's using manual boards. And so I think he has a lot of potential. And who knows what's going to happen from here.
We were thinking maybe to start this little sharing, because Kathy's brought quite a number of things, but we thought maybe we could start just by kind of my sharing my own fumbling attempts. We did create an overlay for this Alpha Talker. Maybe we can come in tight on it here and we can take a look at it. We created a snack time for OMOC, and we put pictures on the board, and we tried to make it a bilingual board. So let's see if we've got it turned on here. Does it? Maybe that one.
Could I please have a cracker?
Yeah, we put English on one side, and then we put the Palauan on the other side. And we tried to do it thematically. We tried to organize it around, the activities of the snack. So saying thank you, asking for more, saying no.
Yeah.
And we had it in 2 languages.
Lamar.
Oh, that one we changed since. I think we got soap here.
Soap.
Yeah, and we had the raisins and the cheese, and we had all the food items there, and we tried to, use this as a functional tool for snack time. And we certainly found that OMOC enjoyed using it. Mm-hmm. He was initiating responses. He loved the fact, I think, that he saw his dad helping program it, quite honestly. And we found him several times opening the little thing up and trying to speak into it, because I think he wanted to imitate his dad putting the Palauan language in.
Mm-hmm.
But we were also thinking as we did it that this takes a lot of work. These boards take time to design, and I just don't know how many teachers have the patience to do so, and I can't imagine parents sitting down and doing all this either.
Well, it does take a lot of time, and whoever's around and supporting him, would have to decide whether they want to put that much time in. Now, what you can do is you can design a board that has a lot of basic things or core vocabulary on it, and then support it with either manual boards, like that have a lot of nouns on it, or categories, so that he could say, I want, or let's say, for example, he likes a computer, he can press
Can I work on the computer?
And then he can choose from a manual board what software program he would like to work on.
I love this idea. What you're saying is, don't think of this as this, it's sort of total communication. I want to work on the computer, then the little boy could have a picture book that could have all the computer software programs in the book.
Right, or if he wants to eat, or what are options of different drinks or books, and maybe eventually he'll be able to use an augmentative that has a wide range of vocabulary, where on that particular augmentative he can type in, I'd like to read, whatever book. Mm-hmm. But right now this is a limited device, and I think for starting him out, I think an Alpha Talker would be good, especially the digitized speech that it offers, because it does offer that bilingual capability.
Mm-hmm. This one, since we've got it up here, this works on a level system. And you've got a board here for school right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear a voice or two from it, can we, Kathy?
Please.
Please? Oh.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick.
I'm so sick. Give us one more message just so we can hear it speak here.
I want to play.
And this is in a child's voice.
Yes, and this was a younger child than Lamar that it was designed for.
Uh-huh. Now, if you wanted then to have the child take this home, you can take the grid off. Is that right?
In the beginning, it's a good idea sometimes to change overlays if they're not used to sequencing, and then eventually transition more into sequencing so you don't have to keep changing overlays.
So now what Kathy's doing is she's putting a new overlay in and telling this Alpha Talker to go to a different level so that it will produce messages that go with the new overlay. And that's what a lot of us, I don't think, have quite understood about the Alpha Talker, is that it holds more messages than meet the eye. So where are we now, Kathy?
Well, now this is a home overlay.
Can we go to the beach?
The beach.
Can we go to the park?
Now, you've also commented to me that when a child is out in the community, like let's say at McDonald's, it might be good to go and talk to the people in McDonald's beforehand to let them kind of know that this talker is going to be used. I mean, this business about helping us in the society know what's happening.
I think it's a good idea, because sometimes if you go up to McDonald's or to the open market and the child has a device like this and starts talking with it, they're all kind of like looking at them like, what is this? So if you go up, and they don't even have to know you're going up there, and just share that a child's going to be coming up and either ordering something or asking for something, and then they say, oh, okay. And then once they get used to it, then it's like, oh, I know what that is, and you know.
And then it's like,
then you're
please use
empowering
it.
them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, this little chat box, maybe we can get a close-up on this one too. This one, tell us about it, Kathy. What have we got on here?
Well, this is just a bowling overlay, and this little box is nice because it is portable, and I think that for Lamar it's going to be something that's really important.
And he loves to bowl, by the way.
And
So when we push it, is this
We're
turn?
going bowling.
Aha.
Thank you. Yay! The bus is here. I want a drink.
How did you decide on these
I
messages?
won.
no, just trying to think of different things.
What's my score?
Actually, we need one that says gutter ball or.
Where's gutter ball? Do you
No,
have
no,
that
that's
one?
what we need.
That's and this is a portable little chat box that holds up to 4 overlays.
Yeah, you can keep changing the
Let's
overlays
just hold
come
it up
out,
and we can watch that come out maybe.
and then you can stick a new overlay in and then change what level.
So again, if you've got 4, 8, 12, 16 messages per level and you've got 4 different opportunities to change the overlay, you could go out and have a day at the park, and then
And
you
it'll-
could go to the restaurant.
Right, and it also sequences, so you could even increase the amount from 16 to more.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rechargeable battery too. So that's
And it's got a little carrying case. I keep trying to think about Omar being out and about, and how wonderful if he could kind of just have it on his chest and be ready to communicate. But you can't see it. You were commenting
Right.
that this one is sort of nice for that reason,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You can see through it. It doesn't have as many messages available,
Uh-huh.
but it is portable, and he could easily.
I need help.
Oh, it's kind of
It's
soft.
a little
in
bit
there.
soft, but yeah, now this is the
Access it.
speakeasy. Tell us about this.
Oh,
Beautiful
I brought
thing.
this because this is actually a picture frame from Sharper Image.
Let me just hold it steady here. A picture frame from Sharper Image. How much
talking-
did this cost?
$35.
All right, what does it do?
And
Do you have a...
this was like designed for a Go Fish
Do
game.
you have and then Kathy, the bright one that she is, creates a paper board so you could say, do you have a 10? So if I push, do you have?
Do you have a...
And then you point, so you're getting more messages for your bang for your buck, aren't you? You get their attention with the voice, and then they're really looking at your pointing. Yeah, this is good. What else did you put on this crazy thing?
Go fish.
Mm-hmm.
I win.
Not you win.
Right.
Darn it. Let's see here, of things that you brought. Yeah.
Here, when you all were
Thank
talking.
you.
Whoops, my couch is talking here. Talking about the playground, and that he was saying he wanted to go out on the slide. This is a little Switchmate 4, and it's got hamburgers and french fries on it now, but you could easily put a a slide or the playground or his bike or whatever. And he could,
And how many messages will this hold?
only 4.
So you would go to the park with Omok, and you'd figure out 4 things that that boy could do in the next 30 minutes while he's tooling around on his bike. And he could go off and he could have 4 messages to communicate. Is that
Right.
Or before we go into the McDonald's, we think of the 4 things he's going to order, and we put him in right then. Is that what happens? You sit with him and you just program it right then?
You could. It's very easy to program. And you can actually slip little overlays in and out. So that's,
But again, it takes organization, doesn't it? I mean, it takes a real commitment on the part of people. This stuff just doesn't happen.
right.
Yeah. And then this thing could get lost or dropped, or I mean, the little things have advantages, but they also have some risks.
Right, and they're also limiting in the amount of messages. The more portable you are, the less messages usually you have available. So like something like this would be good in school, but then for portability, that would be better for the playground.
Would you comment again about the importance of having manual communication access, like you had mentioned the zoo, and just share with us, why did you bring these low-tech items?
Well, I think a lot of times we depend on these, and for one reason or another, either they're not working or just to expand on them, we can have little
I'll just
manual
turn it so you
boards.
can see it. Let's see here.
So, like this one had emotions in it, and just some paints and toys and things like that. But you could also, I think home and school communication is really important. And so he could actually say, well, what did you watch last night? You know, Rosie, or movies. You can cut movies out of the paper. And you can say, well, what did you do this weekend? And he could, flip through and say, we went and saw,
And what is this a picture of?
oh, just some people. And I think it's important, like, that he maybe have some pictures available. So at school, if he wants to talk about what he did with, his friends or family, or who came over, or who rode his bike.
So you're saying you've really got to think at every level, like when I go into someone's living room and they bring out the photo albums, that's an important universal construct, isn't it? Here's my life. And you're saying let's get some of these kids armed with some stuff they could have with them when they're out.
Right.
What are these zoo animals all about?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go to the zoo and you want to ask him, well, what's that? At least he'd be able to communicate. Or when he goes home, well, what did you see today? Well, I saw this and I saw that. And
Yeah, wonderful. Well, Kathy, it's about time we take a break here. We appreciate your bringing these devices, and the world is changing, isn't it? This is not a special device. This is a talking picture frame.
Right.
Kind of neat.